here is based on time, so they're all looking to beat Tanner Faust's time. They'll be given qualifying points at the end of this race, which will put them in order. Those 4 qualifying sessions make up our intermediate standings, and where you want to be is as high up those as possible. It puts you on the front row in the semi-finals, and that gives you the best chance of getting a decent result. In this one then, on the inside in the third Subaru, Patrick Sandell, Timo Scheider, DTM star and a World ARX star as well. He's taken a top qualifier before in World Rallycross, so could be on for a good result here. Scott Speed, can he match his teammate in this? Philip Malloy and Andy Scott complete our roundup. 5 cars on the grid, 5 in a line down towards turn 1. It's always exciting. The first race they were quite careful. We've got a bit of rain on the side of the commentary box, but I think it's from earlier, so expecting track conditions and lap times to stay roughly the same. Anti-lag is on, here we go. Not such a good launch from Malloy. Malloy goes backwards. Scheider puts a squeeze on Sandell on the inside. Contact all the way up to turn 1. Oh, he's off into the side of Malloy. Malloy goes round. Andy Scott gets tagged. He spins the Peugeot 2. 3 cars in a spin. Scott Speed is out front. So Scott Speed in the Beetle with a clear start. James, he got away with that.
Absolutely. No, that was a little bit messier than the first one, but Scott is so good at the starts and he's so clean through the first 3 corners. That's just how he drives. So
the hairpin here, that's what we've come to see in Rallycross. It's not a contact sport, but obviously for me, Scheider was turning in quite hard across there. We'll have a look at the replay, but I wonder if he could have given her a bit of space.
Yeah.
Scott Speed continues to lead as we see from the commentary position that Andy Scott is completely off the road. So Andy Scott's missing part of the rear wing, and to me he's really struggling to keep that car going in a straight direction at all. So he must have a big mechanical problem.
He looks like he's got some damage. When he came in contact with Sandell, you can see Sandell's not able to keep the car straight either. He was trying to fight on the inside there, but something must have happened to the car.
So James, 600 horsepower with 4-wheel drive is fine. When you get contact, you sometimes break apart the transmission.
Absolutely.
When you've got 600 horsepower and 2 or maybe 3 wheels driving, that makes it pretty tough to control.
Especially coming into the first corner like that, everyone's gunning for it, everyone's door on door, and you're just asking for contact there.
Speed chasing the time of his teammate. Scott Speed looked good yesterday. The Beetle does look mega, doesn't it? It really does. Here's Sandell. There's the rear wing of Andy Scott lying in the road. James, what have you spotted?
And Scott's just got to keep it together here. He's just trying to beat Tanner's time now. He's got green clear just like Tanner was, and he's just the same. He'll drive to the finish.
Okay, so Scott, very much the circuit racer, was saying to me about how the tyres have changed and how before the previous tyre they could. Oh, Andy Scott's in the wall outside the commentary box. Scott Speed.
Out of the back.
Yeah, so Andy Scott has gone off else. There he is. He put it in the wall, unseen by you guys. We were watching Scott Speed, who's looking to set a fantastic time here. Poor old Andy Scott into the Joker lap in the background there. I think that's Malloy who's gone into the Joker lap in the G-Force car. You are looking for Scott Speed. So again, top of your screen, the little red line denotes whether or not they've taken the Joker lap, and this man hasn't. So Scott, yeah, he said you can really go a bit more sideways with the Cooper tyre.
Absolutely. There's a little less grip with the Cooper tyre, but it allows. And look at Patrick's front wheel there. It's just totally destroyed. That was from the first corner carnage there.
Okay, so this is where I think you might see the steward step in. So for me, I thought Scheider was maybe a little bit aggressive, constantly turning in, but he might have been trying to hold on to track limits. We'll look back at the replays, but FIA stewards will be a little bit harder on these guys, and that will tidy up the driving standards, don't worry. So this isn't going to be what we're going to see in every race. Scott Speed, though, out front, side of the road. So Sandell has parked the car at the side of the road. Speed has had a mega clear run here. His target time is that of Tanner Faust, which is a 2:50.287. Looking to beat his teammate. Comes out through the last corner and over the line. What's it going to be? It's a 2:50.6. Faust takes it. Scott Speed is 4/10 off, so Scott Speed with a 2:50.6 compared to his teammate Tanner Faust with a 2:50.2. Sandell with a bit of jogging back towards the paddock. He won't be very happy about that. What have you seen, James?
And I think Scott, he got slowed up a little bit by Andy Scott that got stopped in the middle there, and he might have backed off a tiny bit, which could be the reason he was about half a second off there.
Malloy in the Clio. Also spun around the first corner. 3 cars facing the wrong way in turn 1 was not ideal, but there we go. That's Rallycross for you. He crosses the line, and that will be the race complete because we've got 2 cars out there won't make it back, and they're going to need to work pretty hard. They've got a decent gap to Q2, a few hours, and hopefully that means you guys watching in the States might be a bit more awake by then as well. So Scott Speed takes P1 from Philippe Malloy, and in fact it's 3 cars. Andy Scott, Timo Scheider didn't make it out either, and I have to say I didn't even spot where Timo was. So gonna have a look at the replays. Let's take a look at turn 1 for me. So James Rimmer is going to give us a bit of analysis. Look to the inside, particularly.
Yep.
Timo Scheider in the Seat Ibiza.
And you can watch him push Sandell here. Look at Sandell holding his line, and that's really what got it. It was tire-on-tire contact, and it probably just debeated the tire there.
And you could see everybody else there was an innocent victim of it. So I think Scheider maybe been a bit forceful. He was hoping to shut the door on Sandell. Sandell wasn't having it. You know, that's resulted in front-end damage for him and a bit of damage for the other guys. So
and he knew it immediately. You can see the car won't go straight or anything.
No,
so
there we go. Tire ripping parts off the car as well. So, okay, well, there you go. So one super clean race, one with a bit more contact, let's say. Scott Speed chased his teammate down, but was 4/10 off. So it's going to be, I'm pretty confident, the Beatles at the top of the standings after Q1.